last night was Travis Kelce's 33rd 100-yard game. Charles Robinson, which is first place all time among tight ends. I believe he passed Rob Gronkowski. I mean, listen, obviously Patrick Mahomes is biased, so let's bring some objectivity here. We're just going to say receiving, just receiving, because, I mean, blocking, like, he can't hold a candle to Gronk as a blocker. Is Travis Kelce the greatest receiving tight end ever? I mean, I work with Tony Gonzalez, so maybe I'm a little biased. I think about Shannon Sharp before
Shannon
he's
Sharp,
like wide receiver.
Antonio Gates, Kellen Winslow.
Antonio Gates. What say you, Charles? Is there an argument for Travis Kelce?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. There's an argument. I think that's a different era. It's interesting because when you look at tight ends, well, they all. It's a progression, right? All those guys we just mentioned, they paved the way for Travis Kelce to be the player that he is now. He's amazingly special as a pass receiver, but had it not been for Tony Gonzalez, had it not been for Antonio Gates, had it not been for Kellen Winslow, I don't know that we get to this point with tight ends where they're not
stands
primarily
on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's been a wonderful development with the position. He's special, and can't we just say he's special and we don't have to say
no, we can't do that.
No, we can't. It's like we always I listen to you guys and we get into these arguments about like Bron and Jordan and Kobe and you know what? Like I just watched the Redeem Team documentary, and
pick one, Charles.
Now listen, I grew up in the Jordan era, right?
Right.
So I would always default to like Michael is Michael, and there's no, I mean, that's it. That's G-O-D, and you go out, you descend from there. But when I watched the Redeem Team and I watched Kobe, I was like, why can't I just love both these guys? Like they both were just completely special, a different mentality. Like I don't want to sit here and have to divide up these two human beings because they were both amazing.
Charles, you're special, because I'm telling you, I didn't expect the Travis Kelce question to get us the Redeem Team and Jordan versus Bron versus Kobe, but you took us there, brother, and I appreciate that.
And tell him.
I told Michael Hollis.
Tell him what the example is.
It's Prince and Stevie Wonder. Like Michael loves both, but he's a Stevie Wonder guy. I love both. I'm a Prince guy. It's like there's no wrong answer here.
There's no wrong answer.
The Chargers, conversely, do not have an answer for the Chiefs. And here we are, as we sit here now in the AFC, is it same song, different verse? I mean, we talked about the AFC West was supposed to be this gauntlet. It's not that.
Yeah.
Is the conference still, does it still go through Kansas City? I know I'm preaching to Michael Holly's choir. Does this conference still go through Kansas City, Charles?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that it does. And to me, it's interesting because this is like the AFC West version of like Jets Patriots. Like they just can't, they're never going to figure out how they can beat Kansas City consistently. And what's special, I think, about Kansas City and why I think Patrick Mahomes is clearly the MVP front runner right now, isn't just because of the fact that he's on pace to, shatter the record for passing yardage, having one of his greatest seasons yet. But if you watch that game down the stretch, Travis Kelce, amazing. But look at the ball placement, right? Look at where he is getting the ball when Patrick Mahomes is letting go of it. It's perfect. He does not have to break stride. It puts him in position to utilize every ounce of what Travis Kelce is. That's what you want out of a quarterback with perfect ball placement. It gives you all that yak, big explosive plays. And I wasn't sure that Mahomes could do this without Tyreek Hill. I was like, I don't know, man. You're taking away this special guy, the most perfectly matched duo in the league, and yet this is what he's doing. Meanwhile, we look at Aaron Rodgers, and we're like, man, that dude definitely misses Devontae Adams. Man, the Titans definitely miss A.J. Brown. He lost one of the most dynamic players who might break the receiving yardage record this year in the NFL, and it hasn't even been a blip. He hasn't broken stride. It's amazing.
Well, then he was down two more receivers last night, and Juju and Mecole Hardman. So it's just, he's putting together a special year. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
So, no, I'm just going to say, Charles, help us out. Mike talk about, same song, different verse, or same old song. Really, let's go bigger picture, because we had a lot of fun talking about the offseason. Oh, man, the offseason is great. But essentially, we've got In the AFC North, we've got, let's be grown-ups here. Steelers out, Ravens in from last year's playoff teams. Steelers made the playoffs. They're not going to make it this year. Ravens didn't make it last year. They're going to make it this year. The Raiders made it last year. They're not going to make it this year. The Dolphins will. Then everybody else, I see the Titans there. I see the Patriots. I see the Bills, the Bengals. I mean, like, okay, so if we're going to do this and we're going to learn, what have we learned about the offseason? I know we thought one thing, and now we're seeing something else. So as we look back, what should we have known that we didn't know? What should we have considered that we didn't consider?
I mean, that we are probably in an era of, we've gone through all these different eras of special quarterbacks, but I think when we talk about like the elites of the elites, I think you're going to get these same teams that are either in it or they're on the cusp of it. So I know the Ravens didn't make it last year, but you know, it wasn't like the Ravens were a complete and total mess despite all of the injuries that they suffered last year. But there are only 3 or 4 truly like uber special quarterbacks in the league when you're talking about Pat Mahomes, we're talking about Herbert, we're talking about Josh Allen,
Burrow,
Lamar Jackson. And to me, as long as you have those in place, I'll give you something Les Snead told me about Matt Stafford. He said, when you have a guy like this, if he's healthy and he's playing up to his potential, you always feel like the window's open. You feel like because I asked him, like, when does the Super Bowl window close for you? Yeah. And he said, when Matt's gone. When you have a player on this level and who's special, it's your job to not screw up that window. But as long as you got that quarterback, if you're not there, you have done something coaching-wise or general manager-wise that has somehow screwed the process up.
Well, nobody had a worse best offseason than the Broncos. They did nothing right. Head coach, quarterback.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
It's just so bad. Real quick,
might not make it.
I'm not just no doubt. I'm not just asking you this because you have him on your bench and you're juggernaut of a fantasy team, but is Odell Beckham a Dallas Cowboy by the time we talk to you? The next time we talk to you, is he a Dallas Cowboy? Can't believe it's Cowboys Giants in a battle for the heart of Odell Beckham.
He is going to visit after Thanksgiving, and the plan inside the Cowboys organization is not to let him leave without signing. There you go.
That is so sexy. That is so sexy.
I love it.
Who would have thought we'd get here in 2022? Odell Beckham's a Dallas Cowboy. Great stuff, Charles.
All right, later, guys.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.